Hi, everyone. Hi, Nikki,
Hi.
Seymour, Miri. I tried. Nobody picks up the phone. Okay. Shacharit, second day, Piyutim, Chazarat Hashatz. Okay. So we are
Yesterday was hot. Sunday was, and tomorrow it's getting hot again. The weekend is supposed to be like 83.
okay. So we are on page 370. So again, we are still in the Piyutim for Chazarat Hashatz for Shacharit on Rosh Hashana, but we are in the second day. 370. And here, actually, in this edition that we're looking at, whatever they call it, the whatever it's called, this edition, Tav, I think. What they did is they already, here in this particular case, they wrote it as congregation responds, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Imloch, and then the refrain, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Imloch, L'olam Va'ed. Again, that falls into this, what's something that we spoke about a lot, about the practice where most of the people didn't know or were not, they were not that, like, kol shinanei shachak be'omer ma'adirim. I mean, it's like, the Hebrew is tough. Most people don't understand what it says. Okay, they didn't have translations. They didn't have even, forget about, yeah, correct. And I'm talking even later generation when they already had the machzorim, right? Definitely in the older days before sidurim and machzorim were popular. Very few of those handwritten, whatever. So you gotta have some sort of a easy job, easy role for the congregation. And you can't have them just standing there doing nothing because what's,
No, they'll find something.
it's like, so so this is like that's a good example that the congregation responds, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Imloch, and then as a refrain, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Imloch, Leolam Va'ed. So that's a sentence that we're familiar because it's part of tefillah every day, broken down, and it's something that it creates that interest, it creates that conversation. Maybe it was in some congregations, it was like chazan and choir, whatever, it makes no difference. Okay. Let's take a look at that. So first of all, so the second and the third word in every tzela starts with the same letter, okay? And it creates a acrostic of the name of the poet, Shimon Bar Yitzchak. Then the second, okay, Shimon Bar Yitzchak. And then the last one is Chet, because they always did the acrostic and then Chet for Chazak. Shimon Bar Yitzchak, Chazak. That's the way he used to sign his name, right? Okay, fine. Okay, look, Shinanei and Shochnei, that's Shin, and then Malachei and Moshlei, it's Mem, and then Ein, it's okay, fine. Okay, then the second letter in the two words in the second tzela, okay, let's understand it. The second letter in the two words, correct. Exactly. Omer, Bracha, Magdilim, Gimel. Right, and then De'ah, Halel, Vav. Okay, you have the Aleph Bet. Okay. Now, not only that, he took another thing.
He's just showing off.
Absolutely. And then he has, I don't know, we have to figure this out. There's the flipping of the names of Yitzchak and Elchanan. That's his name and his son's name. So you have Yitzchak and Elchanan. It's somewhere. It's somewhere.
Alphabet is to say that with like the whole alphabet.
Correct.
Praising God.
Correct. Okay, let's jump into okay, let's jump into that. Shin Anei Shachak. Okay.
Okay.
So who are the Shin Anei Shachak? Okay, these are the angels. Okay. It's based on a pasuk in Tehillim that says Rachav Elohim Rebotaim Alfei Shin'an. So Shin'anim are the okay. So what do they do? Be'omer ma'amirim. Omer is from the word amar. They say, so they declare, okay.
Adir, it's like Adir ben Lucha. Adir is nice,
Adir. Great.
Great.
Okay, so be'omer ma'adirim. Right? They say with greatness, okay, or they Hashem Melech. Then kol shochnei sheket. Okay, who are the shochnei sheket? Those who dwell, how do you translate it?
Quiet.
Correct. All who dwell serenely on earth. Okay, so obviously they put it in earth. But the text in Hebrew doesn't say that. Shochnei sheket, that's us. Bivracha, people. Bivracha mevarchim. Okay, they say a bracha.
So who blesses us, the angel?
No, we bless God, Hashem Malach. And then, Elu va'elu begova magdilim. What does it mean? Elu va'elu, both those and those, i.e. the angels and us, the people, begova magdilim. That means that they are raising their voice. They're raising their voice by saying Hashem Imloch. Okay, so interesting. It's just like a thought that came to my mind. Something that I don't know if it's true or not. Something that just like occurred to me. Look at the response of the angels. Hashem Melech. Present tense. Okay, the response of humans. Hashem Malach. Past tense. Right? And then they say to each other, Hashem Imloch, which is future tense. Okay. And then what we have in the refrain, Hashem Melech, Hashem Malach, Hashem Imloch, Leolam Vayed. It's not only future, it's future forever. Now let's understand. Why this is there something about that? I think that it's going to be, I'm not, let's see if I'm right. I think it's going to be like the angels are going to talk about the present. The humans are going to talk about the past. And by us coming together, it's going to be the future. Why? Remember, we talked about it in the context of Shabbat and other tefillot many, many times, that most of our tefillot, pretty much everything falls into three kind of archetypes or three like big categories of creation, redemption, and revelation. Actually, creation, revelation, and then redemption. Okay. No. Creation is creation. Okay. No. I'm talking. No. This is Franz Rosenzweig, actually, when he analyzed the Jewish prayer. Creation very often refers to the past. Okay.
A past which is still present.
Of course, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Revelation is that's the attempt. That's what we want. We want it to be present in our lives, right? We want the revelation. We want to experience that.
And it's the presence of God.
Of course. And then when we think about the future, we look into redemption. Fine. Let's take it another step. This is work in progress. I'm thinking it through as I'm talking to you. Who is the one that talks about the present? Here.
The angels.
The angels. Why?
Okay, we're not so good.
Because they're experienced the revelation. We want to be like them, but we're not. They're there. We want to be there. It's not that easy to feel the revelation. It's not that easy to feel God's presence all the time. Right? What is it that we can relate to? The past. We can't see into the future. Okay? So we project from our own psychic, which is the past. Angels don't have a past. They don't have a future. They only have the present.
So they're limited.
So they're of course they're limited. So they are the future. They are the present. That's the revelation.
They are recreated every day, or
correct. At least their memory or whatever, right? And then together, when we put that together, when revelation meets creation, you reach redemption. That's the synthesis.
But, okay, so when redemption comes around,
That's the future.
the angels just stay where they are, they don't change at all?
They don't change. Angels, we don't know much about about angels. The one thing we do know about them, that they never change. Angels are like robots. They might have like extraordinary capabilities, but they are like, they don't have feelings, they don't have a past, they don't have desires, they don't have any of that stuff. Remember that famous midrash that the angels objected? They said to God, why are you giving humans the Torah? We should keep it here. And they said, it's not applicable to you. You don't have those desires. You don't have those urges to do wrong things, to sin, to whatever. You are programmed, pre-programmed, right? They have a task and that's it.
What would they use?
I don't know. No, we're always angels.
Created.
Correct. Yeah, we don't believe in that stuff that, once you die, you become an angel. That's that's Hollywood. That's not us. That was cute though. Okay, let's move on. Let's see if I'm right, if my theory holds, actually. Kol aritzei elyonim. I'm sorry. Kol malachei mala. Second one. Malachei mala. So who are the well, that's pretty obvious. Malachei mala. The malachim, the angels up there. Okay, fine. So that's, again, great. So far, my theory holds. Kol moshlei mata. Who are the translated? The rulers below. Okay. That's us, humans. Behalel mehalelim, right? With praise. Shema. Elu va'elu bevadai modim. Nonetheless, everybody acknowledge God, that God will reign forever. Okay. Kol aritzei elyonim. Aritzei elyonim. Who are the aritzei elyonim? First of all, once we see the word elyonim, elyon, lemala, above. So we know that. That's right. Aritzim, okay? We say, Na'aritzcha. Where is it coming from? What do we say, Na'aritzcha?
Yeah.
Right, but what does word coming from? Because what do we say?
To what?
What do we say? Okay, let's go back for a second. In the Yotzer, in the bracha, the first bracha before the Shema. Here, I'm going to give you even a page number. Let's make it right. In the Yotzer O, we say it every day. Okay, here we go. Okay, look at the very bottom of 264. Okay, we say it every day.
What was it?
264, the very bottom. What? Yeah, exactly. We're talking about God. May you live with Sur is a rock, okay, but we're not there. That's not the right word. It's a different shorish. Eretz, the shorish. Okay, look at a second. Creator of holy ones. And now we're going to talk about all those servants. The praise forever, our King, ministering angels, all of whom ministering angels stand at the summit of the universe and proclaim with awe together, loudly, in the words of the living God and King of the universe. They're all beloved. Still, we're talking about the angels. Remember, they're all flawless. They're almighty. They're all do the will of their maker with dread and reverence. And they all open their mouth in holiness and purity, in song and in hymn, and bless and praise and glorify, revere, sanctify, and declare the kingship of the name of God. Right? You see the last line. Uma aritzim. This is your shoresh, eretz. Okay. So, who is doing that? Aritzei. Who are the aritzei? Correct. These are the malachim. Aritzei elyonim.
Aritzim is declare, sanctify.
Right? Okay. Now, there's a pasuk in Tehillim also that talks about El Na'aratz Besod Kedoshim Rabba. El Na'aratz, God is Na'aratz, revered, Besod Kedoshim Rabba.
Very, very familiar.
Yeah, that's the prayer. ומברכים ושבחים ומפארים ומעריצים ומקדישים. Oh. Yes. אין נערץ בסוד קדושים רבה, ונורא הוא על כל סביבותיו. We said it's part of the slichot also. Anyway, so these are the aritzei elyonim. Okay, they are singing. Kol ovrei olamim. Who are ovrei olamim?
That's us.
Pass through the world. That's us, humans. Great. Bechayil mechasnim. What's bechayil mechasnim? What's a lechasen? What is a chisun? Miri, come on. Chayil. Chayil come from, chayil is, when you say somebody was gibor chayil, what does it mean? Right, okay. Okay, what is, so, lechasen is to, in modern Hebrew, chisun is a vaccination. Right? So, but it's connected because okay, bechayil with how they translate bechayil? Okay. We'll pass through the word. Forcefully, thank you, declare his strength. Okay, the Tzechayil is the strength, but it's more than that. They, when you vaccinate something or somebody, you strengthen them. Okay? So it's a clever play on words. Elu va'elu beta'am metaksim. Okay?
With good taste.
Okay, it's metaksim is letakes. What is letakes? For example, letakes etza. When we say letakes etza, what is it, Miri?
To fix.
To what?
Fix.
To fix. No, that's with a kuf. I'm talking about a kaf. Okay. It's to fix something. Letakes.
Oh, but the Takane is the big.
That's yeah, but that's with a kuf. That's a kaf. And that's with a tet. This is with a taf. Okay. So letakes is to fix something. But through meticulous planning. Okay? For example, what is תכסיס? It's the same שורש. Very. מה זה תכסיס? תכסיס is like something very clever, like you that you pull out of your sleeve in the last minute. Almost. Not necessarily last minute, but like some clever
Magic.
Cover up.
It's like a heavy fist of words.
not
It's like a cover up.
تخصيص what?
Cover up.
No, not cover.
Cover up.
No, not cover up. تخصيص is I'm in my dictionary. I'm losing it.
One second. From Hashana.
No.
No, that the words that they use, it sounds like it's like where they have like a very interesting twist on how the word they use is what
It's
from where they have
trick, ruse, ploy. Okay? It's like you come up with something very clever. It's not a word, it's about something that you do. Okay, so for example, I don't know, think about a spy will come with stuff like that, or in military operations, or criminals will sometimes come with a takhsis, how to break the law or something.
So
That's the word, takhsis. So the point is, like what we're saying is beta'am metaksim. That means they fix things through cleverness, something clever. Okay, next. Kol vi'udei va'ad. Now, I'm going to go with my theory that the vi'udei va'ad are the angels, because that's the way we did that so far. Apparently, it's a machloket. But I think it makes sense. That it could be like us. What does it mean? So vi'udei va'ad. What's lehiva'ed? What's a va'ada? What's a va'ad?
Council.
The what? A
To
council.
consult.
Exactly. A council, a committee. Correct. Okay, great. So vi'udei va'ad, those who are gathered to counsel. Beyosher meyapim. I'm sorry. Yes. Beyosher meyapim. With, how do they call it? No. Am I in the right one? English. Where are we?
Or who are summoned.
Yeah,
don't ask them. Those,
No,
all
that's
who are
like-
stronger, that's it.
No, it's here, all who are summoned to the gathering justly glorified.
Oh, they put it under that.
Okay, where is it?
Under Hashem reigns over there.
There are no numbers.
All who pass through the world? No.
See,
It's
Hashem
all
reigns.
who are-
Hashem reigns. No. Oh, all who are summoned, right? Okay, that's good. To the gathering, good. Justly glorified. Okay, good. Justly, justice, yosher, yoshra, me'apim, glorify. From the word yafeh, fine. Kol vatikei veset bechosher mechalelim. Vatikei veset, that's going to be, if that the previous line was the angels, that's going to be us. What's vatikei veset? Is the people who are very... No, it's like Vatik is somebody who's doing something for a long, like, you know, it's old timer.
Oh,
Okay, Vatik. Okay, like we say, Ezrach Vatik. That's a senior
citizen.
for example. So somebody who is experienced, somebody who's doing something for a long time. Vatikei Beset, it means special people who are like been doing their stuff meticulously for a long time. They're very strict about that, whatever. Okay? Bechosher mechalelim. Okay, so what did we say? I lost my line here again. Gathered, no. Stronger than skillfully crown, whatever. Skillfully crown. Skillfully crown. Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I understand that because Klil Tiferet, for example, we say on Shabbat morning in the Amidah, Klil Tiferet natata lo berosho natata lo, right? We say Klil Tiferet, that's a crown. That could work. Elu v'elu belahag melahagim. Lahag is speech. Like, yeah. The Hebrew is, yeah. Fine. Kol nedivei nedavot. Okay, so that's, according to my theory, that's got to be the angels. Oh, excellent. The rain.
Can you repeat
Who are
what
in
you said?
charge of the rains. How do I know that? Because the pasuk. There's a pasuk in Tilim. Geshem nedavot tanif Elohim. Okay. Yeah.
This is to be found where?
What?
The source of it?
For
The angels being.
no. You well, the kind of like hint to that. There's a verse in Psalm that says that Geshem nedavot. So when you see the word nedavot, which is today translated as charity, but like it means how to translate it?
They generously giving angels say what they
Right,
say.
so it's also.
Generally giving, but specifically is going to be rain. Doesn't have to be, but I think it makes sense, or just the charities of God. Bemelel memalelim, okay, lemalel.
If the angels are giving me a sign from them.
Correct, always. Okay, melel. What is melel? Is from the word milah.
Same thing.
Thank you. כל נכבדי נועם בניצוח מנצחים. נכבדי נועם. That's us. Because what? נכבדי נועם. What do we call the נועם?
That's your Torah.
Okay, exactly. דרכיה, דרכי נועם. The Torah. The Torah is right. So the Torah is benoam, and who received the Torah? Thank you. Okay. בניצוח מנצחים.
Triumphantly.
Probably
Okay,
And then they will play it.
okay, from the word nitzachon.
Victory.
Victory is nitzachon. B'nitzuach menatzchim. That could be that. It's also modern Hebrew. Menatzeach is a conductor.
Mm.
Lamnatzeach al hagitit. Right? Okay. Lamnatzeach al hagitit le'asaf. There's a bunch of them. There are 25 chapters in Tehillim that has lamnatzeach. Which tells you what? About the chapter, that particular chapter? That it was sung, because all the Tehillim were sung.
Right.
So that they were sung with the conductor, and conductor, that means what?
An orchestra.
Orchestra, choir, something.
Or a lute or a
No. No, we're talking about the Psalms. The Psalms were written by King David.
music.
King David wrote them for the purpose of
See?
singing them, and most of them, a lot of them were performed in the temple, right? And how they were performed? With instruments.
Says which meant something.
Sometimes it says which instruments, correct. So with instruments and choir. Uh-huh.
That's a big story.
Yeah, that's a whole semester. I can talk about that.
It was in a school where they,
Of course.
and when they bring the
They
ukulele, I
they are stole our methodologies, and now we can't do it because it's referred to as Minhag HaGayah.
To some extent, yes.
Because they play the
Very
orchestra.
interesting.
We do a lot of things were originally ours, and once those things were adopted by, we stopped as a reaction, of course. By the way, it's also within Judaism. It's not only in a response to Christianity, it's also within Judaism. By the way, music is one of them. So there was a very popular practice to use music not on Shabbat, like in funerals. Absolutely. Up until, like, I would say 200 years or something like that.
You're saying they would only use the instrument?
No.
No.
Sometimes they had accompaniment also in funerals and stuff like that, or like special occasions or whatever in the shul. For example, very, very famous written testimony that we have from the shul in Prague, the Altneu shul, which was the shul of the Maharal of Prague. Nobody can, not a liberal guy. That shul, they had Kabbalat Shabbat with instruments, and then they put them aside when Shabbat came. They put them aside, and then they went to Daven Mariv. That was the practice there, and like throughout Europe. However, for example, there's a lot of discussion about organs.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say, ugh, but that was a very Jewish thing to do, by the way.
Oh, it wasn't just a church?
And no. And the organ is the modern, we'll get there in a second, was the modern version of what the Chachamim believed was an instrument, like an organ, something that was in Beit HaMikdash called the magrefa. Okay? Anyway, to make a long story short, when Reform Judaism started adopting that stuff, Shabbat, hold on. Shabbat, so they had in many shuls in Europe, especially in Germany and Hungary and all those stuff, they had pipe organs. Right? So it's not electricity, everything is mechanic. Right? Everything is mechanic. You pull and you make the tubes longer and shorter all the time, and this is how you play it. Right? And in some places, they had non-Jews playing that actually. Also to
the choir.
Yeah, and for the Chazan.
Okay, because we're in Los Angeles, particularly.
Wait, hold on. So then fast forward later on when Reform movement really adopted this practice of instruments, then it became absolutely not as a reaction to Reform. And there are tons of examples like that. Tons of examples like that. Yes, Los Angeles.
If you look at the 20th century,
Yeah.
which is almost all of the film industry, that everything they did was to replace the religious, the synagogue with the magnificent theaters that eventually came about, the movie palaces. And what was a big part of the movies were the Morton and the Wurlitzer organs in the big theater. And it was a spiritual and theatrical experience for people when people went. And when did they go? When did they set that up? Of course, on the weekend, on Shabbat, Friday night, Saturday night, were the big times, and then Sunday afternoon. So you got the Jews and the Christians.
Uh-huh.
So it's really interesting to look at everything that happened in the movie, in this aspect of it, in relationship to the religious America.
Okay.
And people who were religious and in the small towns, a lot of them, were so against the theatrical stuff.
Right.
It's fascinating.
Right. Okay, let's continue with where are we now? Where are we? No.
Second paragraph of the left, the second line rather of the left. That's why they know.
אלו ואלו בשיח משוחחים. No, last line.
Right.
בשיח משוחחים. What is שיח?
That's us.
Exactly. Conversation. Okay. Turn the page. כל בעלי בינה בעילוי מעלים. בעלי בינה. Okay, those who have bina. But how do I know that this is? I'm going to stick with my theory. So far it holds. This is the angels. Again, why? I mean, we have there are two places in the book of Daniel that teaches us, that talks about how an angel is sent to teach bina, specifically to teach Daniel bina. Okay, so the Baalei Bina. Oh, yeah, great. Even okay, so they did that for me. Okay, great. Be'ilui me'alim. What's where do we see ilui me'alim? Yeah, it's exalted or elevated. Aliyah, right, is to go up. Where do we see that shorish? We see it all the time. In the Kaddish. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה. Right? Here we go. That's the same shorish. Okay. ברואי בריאה. Okay, we see that's ours. Right? ויברא אלוהים את האדם בצלמו בצלם אלוהים ברא אותו, זכר ונקבה ברא אותם. Right? בריאה, ברא, we know that's us. Okay, בפצח מפצחים. בפצח מפצחים.
So all people explain.
I'm sorry, yeah, that's בורא בריאה בפצח מפצחים. It comes from פצחי רינה וצהלי לא חלה. That's a verse in Yeshayahu. פצחי רינה. What's a לפצוח פה? It's open. It's to open your mouth. Okay?
Break out.
אלו ואלו בצפצוף מצפצפים. צפצוף.
Whisper.
Whisper is not exactly. Chirp. Okay, that's what the birds do. Tziftzuf. Or it's also like tziftzuf is also a
Whistle.
not a whistle,
Honking.
like a beep or
Honking.
harking.
Honking. To honk.
Honk. That's in modern Hebrew. That's like, meh, honking. Yeah, that's also a tziftzuf.
That's all.
Yeah. Okay. It's in any way, it's type of a
Okay.
audible. Okay. Rishvei Ruma. Okay. So that has to do with Rishvei comes from the word Reshafim or Reshef. Who are they, the Reshafim? They're just like the Kruvim and the Seraphim, and we have Reshafim, the type of angels, or whatever being, angelic beings, okay? Okay, then, Ishvei Ruma, okay. Then Rashei Ron.
All the leading song.
Okay, who is the Rashei Ron? That's us. Why? We are the first Rashei Ron, that means the first one to say the Shirah.
Oh,
That's us. Why? It's based on the Gemara in Masechet Chulin, that there is a midrash over there that says that en malachei hasharet אומרים שירה למעלה עד שיאמרו ישראל למטה. The angelic being, the angels are not, they do not start singing praises to God until we start. So we are the activators. Now let's take that. I want to digress for a second and talk about that for a second in the context of...
your theory.
No, my theory is already proven. The context of the Shirah and for example, so remember when we talked about tefillah in the beginning, we said that when we have Psukei de Zimra, which is a form of shirim and all that kind of stuff, and we said it's a warm-up, right? But from a, let's call it Kabbalistic perhaps, or theological perspective or something like that, whatever, there's another element here that we want so in order for the world to be in this harmony, in order for God's name to fill the earth, all that stuff, there's got to be a collaboration. And that's what he's basically saying, like throughout the entire piyut. There's a collaboration between us and the angels. And many times they do something and then we mimic or whatever, right? But when it comes to singing, praising God, the Gemara says that we are the activators. We need to start. And I'm wondering if this is why also it's part of the idea of Psukei de Zimra being early in the morning. Think about it. The best time to daven is Netz. Is Netz, right? Sunrise. Let's simplify things. Sunrise. But what is exactly that you do in sunrise?
You start with Psukei de Zimra.
No, you're already in the Amida. Terry, you don't go to the nets very often. I see that.
Wake at that time.
I can tell you that now that we changed the clock, we're davening way before nets.
But
So
it's still dark outside.
welcome to my life.
And I don't wake up very early.
Welcome to my life. I was already here at 6. So if I'm in the Amida, in the nets, that means I already did Psukei de Zimra before the world recognized its day. It's a new day. So I'm already activating it. I'm doing the Shirah.
You're waking up.
I'm waking up the angel to start to do that as well.
Initiating.
So that's a day.
Okay.
But I think it's the early morning. I think it's like the early.
What?
But taking is the early.
Yeah, that's the nets. Vatikin, nets, it's the same thing.
interesting, because I always thought of like the whole job of the angels was just to praise God. So what are they doing?
They have a lot of tasks.
What do they do while they're waiting for us to wake up? Brushing their teeth? I mean,
They don't go to sleep, but but we activate their praise. It's not that they praise all the time, God.
what is
They do things.
well,
They have like tasks. I don't know what, but they have tasks. Tasks, jobs, tasks. Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
better hear.
Kol Yakirei Yofi. Okay, who are the Yakirei Yofi? They're the angels.
Yeah.
Okay, they're perfect and whatever, they're beautiful, whatever that means. Okay, Kol Yoshvei Yishuv, that's us. Okay, because we are. What does it mean, Yishuv Haaretz, for example? Settling in the land. People live in the land. Yoshvei Yishuv, that's us, people. The Eder Me'adrim. What's the Eder Me'adrim?
Adar.
No, that's H. That's the Hey. Eder Me'adrim, that's Hashem Adoneinu, Ma Adir Shim. It's the same word as Adir. Ma Adir Shimcha B'chol Haaretz. Right? Okay. So Vei Tzava. Who is the Tzava? It's not the IDF, it's no. Hashem's army.
Malachim.
Tzivot Hashem.
Malachim.
But camp?
no.
No. Okay.
I didn't,
המלאכים.
I was an adult, actually. Yes. And
Tzivot
everybody
Hashem.
shakes when they hear that.
Tzivot Hashem. No, just kidding. So the army of God is the angels. Okay. Next. Tzunufei Tzfira. Tzunufei Tzfira comes from the word
Like Sunday.
tzanif or mitznefet. Mitznefet is no, it's not a scarf. Mitznefet is kind of a hood. Okay, so tznufei tzfira, but these are like in tzfira. So it's right. So tzovei tzava, that's the angels. Belemet belamdim. They teach, they learn. Tznufei tzfira, it's us. Because we have a hoodie. We are mitzunnafim. We have this. Vayasimu atzanifa tahor al rosho, for example, right? The pasuk.
Okay.
It's not a halo. It's like okay, you can call it a crown, but it's not that. It's a head covering, but it's okay, like a clown. Classic clown has its mitznefet. Okay, a chef's head, it's a mitznefet. Okay, all that stuff is. The image is what? We have that cover of the Torah and God.
The helmet?
Not the helmet. Not the helmet. Yeah. Okay. Kol Chayalei Chosen. We need to finish this beautifully today. Chayalei Chosen. Who are the Chayalei Chosen? We had Chosen. How do they translate that? Chayalei?
Army of strength.
Yes, with strength. So, but who are those Chayalim? It's the Chayalim that are mechusanim, the Chayalim that are immune against that's not us. That's the angels, right? We are mortal. We can get hurt, right? Kol chashukei chemed. Chashukei chemed. Yes, Hamda libi, right? So how do we translate it? Jelly, brain, huh? All who desire the Torah beauty strongly assert. I'll go with that. Hello, hello, benigul menagnim. And both these and those chant melodiously. Okay, nigun, melody. Okay, next is Kedoshei Kadosh. Okay, who are the ones that say Kadosh?
Angel.
That's the angels. We mimic them later in the, we mimic them, but they are the one who say Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. That's the pasuk from Isaiah. Okay, fine. Kvutzei kahal,
Would say is a group.
a group, okay, that gathered. Okay, and who is the kahal? Us, right? Kvutzei kahal bekosht mekashtim. What is to decorate? Good. And kosht is in Aramaic, which is emet, truth. So we, right? Elu v'elu. So we with the truth we beautify. Fine. Elu v'elu b'noam animim, and together we with noam. What's noam? With pleasant. Great. Okay, last one.
Okay.
Kol chashmalei zikim. Oh, that's definitely the chashmal is electric. But where's this? Eliezer ben Yehuda, when he came up with all those words in modern Hebrew, where did he took it from? He took it from somewhere. He didn't invent that word chashmal, electricity. He came from light, which we see in Yechezkel. Chashmal ke'ain zikim. The book of Yechezkel, in Yechezkel he talks about this lightning, this something, and he called it ke'ain chashmal. He called it chashmal, which, yeah, Eliezer ben Yehuda took it from the book of there was no use for that word. So he used that, yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's the angels. They have electricity. Okay, labkarim mitchadshim. Obviously, they renew and in the every day in the morning. Okay, because that's right, because there's a midrash that says that the angels are what? Are reborn or create, okay, renew every day. Fine. Then
Where can I find this?
what?
This passage, this midrash.
So that's a midrash Eicha. Kol yoma v'yoma nivraim malachei hasharet minahar dinur v'amrei shira uvatlei. I'm sorry. The tractate of Chagiga.
Okay.
Tractate of Chagiga, 14b.
Thank you. Because it's mentioned in this book without telling from
The
where
source
they
of
are, the source.
Tarshishei Gova. Okay, what is Tarshishim? Yeah, that's also the angels. It's based on Yechezkel. Umarei ofanim kein even Tarshish. Okay, Tarshish is a precious stone, type of a stone. So they say that, but it's so that they the Paitanim, the poets, they take that word and they use it very often to describe angelic beings. Okay, and then so the Tarshishei Bitma. So wait, Tarshishei Gova.
Yeah, it's supposed to be us.
It's supposed to be us. I know. I know. I don't like it. Not perfect. With my theory, is not perfect here.
No, the poet is not
The
perfect.
poet is not
He
perfect.
make it-
Thank you.
He couldn't make it.
He couldn't make it.
Maybe we're also like on a, then we are now elevated.
We are also beautiful like the Tarshish. Here we go. Bidmama melach Hashim. Okay, Dmama is silence, right? Silence, whisper in silence. Elu va'elu b'shilush meshalshim, and both are what's shilush, shalosh, eshalesh, triple. Because what? Kadosh, kadosh, kadosh. Right? How do we say the kedusha? Oh, Nusach Sfard, say hameshalashim lecha kedusha. Or in the Tachanun, we have a poem that says Shomer Israel Shmo Sherit Israel right?
Yeah.
And then we say like, Shomer Goy, the third or the fourth stanza. Shomer Goy Kadosh, Shmo Sherit Am Kadosh, Val Yuvad Goy Kadosh, HaMeshalshim Beshalosh Kdushot LeKadosh. What?
It's in here, right before Rosh Hashanah, right before Kedusha. That's the.
Yeah, Meshalshim Beshalosh Shalosh Kdushot LeKadosh. Absolutely. But we say it also in the Tachanun every day.
Again.
Not there. I know. I'm keep looking every day to the women's section at the 6 a.m. minyan. I don't see you, so I know you're not there.
The section is full.
The section is so full. Like you can't put no.
I knew it.
But if people go to work, if they, there's some women who do go to shul every day, not me, they're right good.
And by the way, this is very important because it leads you to what? The practice is not to recite, because of that line, it's not to recite, look, turn the page to 374. We go directly to Kedusha. And because and that piyut that we have there, Le'el Rochdin, this is why most places move it to Musaf. Look at the instructions. Some congregations recite the following piyut at this point. Most recite it during Musaf. Why? Because it leads you right into Kedusha. Right? Mishalshem, Mishalosh, Kedushot, that's a very strong reference to the Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. And by the way, how many times do we say Kedusha in the Shacharit? It's also 3 times. We say Kedusha in the Yotzer Or, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh.
Right.
We say Kedusha in the Amidah. And then we say Kedusha at the end, in Kedusha de Sidra, towards the end, Uval Etzion.
Oh, yes.
Again, it's also the past, the present, and the future. It's the first one is also creation. We talk about the Yotzer Or, the luminaries. It also has to do with creation, right? Nature, whatever. The second one is the present, is the revelation, because we are in the Amidah. We have that revelation with God. And the third one is when we talk about ונזכה ונחיה ונראה תורה טובה לשני ימות המשיח ולחיי העולם הבא. Redemption in the future, so it all ties together.
Carol, should I leave this here?
Okay? It all ties together. So this is what we're in the middle of the repetition. We're about to go into Kedusha. And he wrote that as what we call a siluk. Remember, we talked about that. It is the last piyut before Kedusha, because I'm saying, what's lesalek? To remove. So I'm removing the liturgy because I'm going to Kedusha. I'm removing, no more piyutim. That's it. Remove. I'm going to Kedusha. And because of that, most congregation will skip the next one and stick it in Musaf, because the Chazan in Musaf is not doing enough. Just kidding. Okay, so it's a nice segue for us to go into Kedusha next time. We spoke about Kedusha many, many times, but it's always nice to kind of refresh our ideas and see if we gain new insights about Kedusha. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay. I'm sorry. You're going away?
Thank you.
New York. How are you feeling, Miri?
Thank you very much. Fascinating.
I'll be okay.
Thank you. Okay. Next week, same time, same place.
Look forward. Thank you.
Thank you.